I would say that that was an encouragement to continue the journey. Um, and that might not be until ages to come. I don't know. But I can learn what the Father is like from a relationship with him, how he treats me as a son. If I'm going to be an ascended father, how am I going to treat people or beings or whatever? I'm learning what it is to love unconditionally. Therefore, I'm learning how the Father treats me. The Father's good. The Father wants the best. The Father's always there for me. So I'm learning from the Father what it is to be fathered. Then if I should ever be in a place as an ascended father, which means that not that I'm not a son, but I have a function as a father towards something that I may create. I don't know. It may be that that's part of future creative expression, that I create something and then act as a father towards it. So I'm very careful to live in a union and oneness with the Father that is a heart to heart, that cardiogenosis. I don't have conversations with the Father as I once did, because the Father's taken me to a level of communicating heart to heart most of the time. But I appreciate the Father's heart, and I appreciate how he reveals what he's doing, so I can come into agreement and cooperation with what he's doing. So the journey for me is to spend as much time engaged heart to heart with the Father, that I learned how the Father fathers me, and then that will stand me in good stead for whatever being an ascended father means. I mean, take it to the extreme. You could create your own universe at one stage in the future, that then how are you going to act towards that? Not that you would be a god in the sense of, because you wouldn't want people worshiping you. So it's not sort of directly in the same sense of, well, if God is the creator and if I was the creator, I'm still got a creator. I have a relationship with God, which is going to be part of my fathering. Whereas God doesn't. God is God. So it's never going to be that I'm going to be a god of some universe, because that for me would not be in line with my relationship with God as Father. But I think he is teaching us to have responsibility towards creation, to act fatherly towards creation in caring for it and looking after it. And there are things that there have been creative things that I've been involved with that have not needed me to ongoingly pursue being a father towards those that were created, because I only responded to a petition to do something. I didn't think, well, great, I want to create some of these today. It wasn't like that. It was like, can you create some more of these? And I'm like, I'm not sure, can I? I'm going to check that out with the Father. And he said, well, yeah, you know how to create. And so I did. But then those who asked me were responsible for what they did with them, not me. So I'm only sort of looking at what could be as a possibility, that perhaps if we were in a place, and then I do think in a creative way. So if I was to create a planet, what would it look like? How would I create it? What creative expression of me would it be in the most positive sense? And I do think that way sometimes, which I think is part of me beginning to think differently. It's not that I've got this great burning desire to birth a galaxy or whatever, although I have, initially in the early days, God showed me some of that. If you enjoy these videos, would you please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe? It really does help. Thank you very much.